Howdy y'all. Hey, things been heating up out in the hogwoods. We've got a sounder. It's got, I don't know, 3 different milk sows and I don't know, 10 or 12 little piglets. Been on the ground for at least a month, I'd say. And then there's 2 or 3 really nice boars that have been coming in. There's the one we call the Big Russian. He's a real ridgeback, kind of a razorback type boar. Real muscular looking fella, good looking animal. And then we have one that's called the Big Black Limousine. Big long black limousine. And he's just a real big, you know, nothing really descriptive about him, just a real big, lean animal. But anyway, we may see him. I don't know, they've been coming out, you know, early enough, so we usually try and get there about 7 and then stay till at least 11. By the time we get home, it's midnight or whatever, so that's enough for an old codger like me and John. So anyway, we're going to meet up out at the hogwoods and see if we can't get us something.
Well, for those of you that are just joining us, this is our setup. We have a 7-acre ball field. And at this corner here, we have the high blind, which is made out of, I think, 12-foot 4x4s. And about halfway up, we got the floor and then a little roof and some stairs that go up. And about 100 feet to the right down the wood line, this is all totally enclosed by woods. We have a little 4-inch pipe feeder about 100 feet from home base. But about 100 feet away from that is second base, and that's where we have our catch pen. And it has saloon doors, and there's a string fishing line, 40-pound test, I believe, that goes all the way back to the high blind, and we can pull that at will. We can also set a little tripwire back here in the back. We have a little hog trough feeder in it, a couple of solar lights, and 2 6-inch pipe feeders. And it's got a big, what we call the lone tree back behind it, so it's in the shade of a big tree. And then as you come back towards third base, there's a spinner feeder where shortstop would be, and it's got a solar light overlooking it. And then third base is a 6-inch pipe feeder over here, and it's got a solar light. It's about 90 feet away from home plate here as well. And we also, I don't think I mentioned, there's a solar light that's on first base also, so we can kind of see, even on the darkest of nights, when a hog comes in and gets right underneath that light right there at the feeder, we'll be able to see them. Coming up on about 8:45, this lone boar came out. He's kind of a young fella, so I was going to pass on him. I didn't want to disturb the whole woods over just that little hog. I knew there was better pickings in the woods. And sure enough, it wasn't too much longer. Well, I guess it was actually, I don't know, 9:30 or so. It looked like the black limousine, long black limousine, came over to first base. So I got my 308 up and got it steadied in on his neck and started squeezing off on him. It hits him just right. Drops him down. I think it broke his neck. Well, it looks like we got the big black limousine tonight. He had been over here eating for about 20 minutes. That sounder was slowly working its way in, but it was real windy. Finally, about 3/4 of them went inside the pen, and I said, oh, the heck with it, I'm gonna pull it. So I got a hold of the pull wire, and I was pulling it real slow, steadying those binoculars on the trap door. And they must have heard metal on metal moving. I was going too slow. I should have just pulled it hard real fast. And anyway, they started to come back in, but about half of them went up in the woods, and it was getting late already. So I said, you know what, I'm going to just take this trophy boar and get him out of the mix. I may have educated a couple of those that went back in, but you know, maybe they'll just think it's thunder and lightning or something like that. They've seen that before. So anyway, we got a trophy boar, and this old boy's not going to eat any more corn. So anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.